Hello, loves. How you doing? How you doing? I am Divine Celion. Welcome into our space. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you're joining us. I got a channel message. Sorry for the sound, y'all. I got a channel message, and it was deep. Okay. Without going into too much detail, the Demiurge is very present. Their energy is very present. And it's funny. The more I study the Demiurge, the more I know about chosen ones. Tell you, works in opposites. And I was thinking about something. Actually, something was told to me. And something asked the question. This is the question. What if you went through all of that pain so that you could recognize and experience a small fraction of what the Demiurge does and is, so you can recognize it and not get caught up in it? Let me explain. See, the Demiurge is possessing quite a bit of people. Oh, yes. It's walking among. It ain't floating around. No. It's walking among. And it's like in two places at once. So it's physically here, but the energy is also in the ethers. And it's doing kind of double duty. And I can tell this because when it attacks the same way using human means. And I'm like, oh, so you're using the people. Okay. But they're using the people in such a way where the power cannot be completely released because it's on this plane. That's how I know. Because the shit in the occurrences would be a lot worse if it was not on this plane. So that's how I know it is. It can't move as freely as it wants to. That's why it needs people to move through. Lower vibrational people. Follow me now. So it needs and it wants to feed off of you because of your power, because you're so powerful, because you've been through the dark, made it to the light, which means your power and your energy grows. It can't sustain itself off of lower vibrational beings. It's like eating a salad. You're just hungry in an hour. You understand? So it's for as many low vibrational beings it can go through, it needs a chosen one to satisfy it. That's a fuck no. Okay? So let's go back to the question. What if you had to go through everything you had to go through just so you could stay chosen? Just so you could recognize, oh, I know who moves like that. I've seen that before. I'm very familiar with that. You dig what I'm saying? What if, thank you, what if your movements that caused you so much pain saved you by giving you recognition, by giving you a perception to see how it moves and what it does, but you did not know you were being trained to recognize the energy of this being and how it moves through other people. But what if you went through your hardship paying attention to how people treated you, how their mannerisms were, how their attitudes were, how the shit didn't make any dang on sense, even with this last situation with our person in third party and how they keep attacking you? That's a demiurge that keeps attacking you, using other people to do so and not letting you go because it needs to feed off of you. And we've been saying hell no this whole time. What if your pain and strife saved you by making you aware? And so when you recognize it, the real deal, not the fake deal, the real deal, when you recognize it, and for some of you, it was before. Like the demiurge was already here doing the shit to you. You didn't know that's what it was. So as you were living and you were going through it, you learned to notice things. Yes, you were hurt. Yes, it gave you some of you PTSD. Yes, it gave some of you trauma. Yes, it gave some of you a warrior complex rooted in the wrong emotion and the wrong thing, and that's what you keep feeding yourself with. Howbeit soever, you got hurt so many times that you paid attention to the pattern and what was going on and what was specifically being done to you, where you could maneuver and you were still here. All the while, it's attacking you and going after you, not thinking that you are adapting to the attacks and paying attention. That's what a real warrior does. When it can't find any other way out, it's going to sit and pay attention and let you hit them so they can see your pattern, because a villain always has a pattern. Even chaos has a pattern. What if? What if the very thing that tried to kill you saved you and taught you how to fight it? Where when you see it in other people, you can recognize it a mile away. You can feel it because you were trained to feel it. And you don't give in to it because you know what it is. What if? And it's so fucking mad and keeps pulling on you and keeps attacking because eventually they'll give up. No, fool. You trained us what to do. You trained us how to be. Now, don't be surprised if some of the blessings are what we call fake blessings, where it tricks you that finally you're making and you're finally moving forward, only to turn around and attack you again, because by letting your weaknesses down. That would happen if when you get your blessings, you turned egotistical and you start moving toward that lower vibration. That would happen then, because it's going to say, got you. That's why I say you can't celebrate when when your enemy gets attacked and gets all this stuff. Don't celebrate. See, here's the thing. It's about keeping yourself out of lower vibrational energy. This is why you do not succumb to their level and go down to their level. That's when they can grab you. Thank you. That's when they can grab you. And that's why when you get angry sometimes, even though the stuff is happening and you have the right to be angry, you have the right to respond. Yes, you do. Just don't hurt yourself or anyone else. You have the right to recognize that, and you need to, because you don't want to lie. But at the same time, you will notice that when you sit in that energy, you will feel a flood of other things trying to come in and knock on the damn door and be like, oh, we're home. And you're like, the hell you is? No, you're not. Bye. Turn your love on. Turn your love on. Do you understand? When these evil things start attacking you, yes, it will respond to your dark side faster than it will respond to your love. But as your dark side responds for you to attack, you turn your love space on. You turn your love chakra on, and you grow it throughout your body. And see what pain it brings them because you're sitting in that state. That's what my father did. Even when they attacked, he'd get angry. But even when they attacked, he still loved. Even though it made him angry to do so. Yes, it did. There's many times he called out, wanting it to be taken from him, but he understood and he turned that love on. And what happened every time he turned that love on? What did the Pharisees, Sadducees, and clerics do? What did the people do, especially the ones that were against him? What did they do? They revved up. They said all kind of shit that was unfounded. They were trying to incite the groups and make them believe certain things, but my father was spot fucking on, wasn't he? The difference is that you're surrounded by people who are ignorant and don't see and don't want to, because they just want the power, thinking that this demiurge will give it to them. No, the power is not for you, you fools. That's why you're a fool. It's using you to get to us. Well, I'm so sorry, Demiurge. You can't fucking have what we have. You trained us too well to see you. No. That's all you got to say. And use love. All right, my loves. I love you now. Namaste.